8. I know, we're having like our own little party here for Chamber on the Air, 10:36 in the morning, and we're rocking and rolling. And boy, you are right. Today is absolutely gorgeous. We were chatting a little bit before we went on the air about how beautiful the leaves are. We are so fortunate to live here in Otter Tail County and the Fergus Falls area. So many just great, fabulous times of year. Let's take that Polaroid picture and stick it in our pocket for later on in the year when it maybe isn't the same. We're just going to say that. So again, thanks everyone for tuning in to Chamber on the Air. I'm Lisa Workman, the president of the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce, and it is my pleasure to bring some of our great chamber members into your homes, into your cars, into your office, wherever you happen to be listening, so that you get to learn a little bit more about them. Another way you can find out details about them and about happenings in the Fergus Falls area is to check out our website at fergusfalls.com. You can click on the business directory to learn more about each of our chamber members we're chatting with today, as well as click on the events calendar to find out details about chamber events as well as community events that are going on. Speaking of those, I want to touch on a couple that are coming up, chamber events for the month of October. Tomorrow, in fact, Thursday, October 6th, we are hosting a Meet the Candidates for District 9 and 9A at the Fergus Falls Public Library. This is a free event. It starts at 4:30 p.m. Will be wrapped up by 5:30 p.m. And our own Dave Bishop, or your own Dave Bishop here, will be our moderator for the event. So we look forward to that. Meet the Candidates, Thursday, October 6th. Next week, we've got Chamber Ambassador visits on Wednesday from 10 until noon, and we encourage Chamber members to get involved with that. On Thursday, October 13th, we are partnering with Fergus Falls High School, M State, and a number of different other organizations to put on the College and Career Expo at Fergus Falls High School. There'll be a trade show that is filled with college opportunities as well as career opportunities. And I invite you, if you have a business or organization that is hiring today or will be hiring in the future, to register to have a trade show booth or a booth at the expo. You can register at the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. It's just $75 for the cost of the booth. You even get lunch included with that cost. But again, it's a great chance for you to talk with high school students from Fergus Falls as well as throughout the region. Again, we know that there's a workforce crisis. This is your chance to get into the hearts and minds of our high school students and have them consider you as a future career opportunity. Then on October 24th, we're going to have a ribbon cutting with Hospice of the Red River Valley. And on the 26th, there is a workforce summit put on by Otter Tail County. So lots of things going on throughout the month. And with that, we're going to go right into talking about a ribbon cutting and a celebration with Hospice of the Red River Valley right here in Fergus Falls. Karen Wolfkuhl is joining me on the show today. And Karen, congratulations to you and your team on getting everything Medicare approved so we can cut that ribbon.
Oh, thank you so much, Lisa, and thanks for having me here this morning.
You bet. So we should give folks a reminder because, you've had a presence in the Fergus Falls area for a bit of time, but now we can officially open the Fergus Falls office. So tell folks that are listening a little bit about what Hospice of the Red River Valley, the services that you provide.
Absolutely. So like Lisa had shared, we have been part of the community here over the last year, and that's the new piece. We've been serving patients in this area for many years. However, the new piece is our new office, which we're really excited about. We have a local team that works right here in town, located 831 East Vasa, which is right across the street from the Otter and Grotto.
From the Big Otter, right.
Yeah,
if you can
Grotto
see the
Park.
Big Otter, you can see the new hospice office.
Yes. So we're really excited about that. We're planning an open house, and that's coming up on the 24th that you had mentioned from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, and a special ribbon cutting event at 3:30. So we are excited about that. Some of the very important and necessary features and things that hospice provides: pain and symptom management, help with bathing and dressing, eating, emotional and spiritual care, medication, equipment, supplies, respite care, grief support, caregiver support. Just as important to recognize that this service is available and right here in our community as well.
Right. And hospice can go wherever the person, wherever
wherever your home is.
Wherever the home is, so that you bring the services, whatever is needed. And there's many services that you maybe didn't even know you needed. And I think we've talked in the past too. Most of the times people say, boy, I wish I would have called sooner. So now people are
absolutely.
thinking about that, where, someone in their family is at end of life. What is that best number for people to call? Because they can write it down today, and maybe they call tomorrow. Maybe they're ready by tomorrow to call.
Absolutely. That number is 800-237-4629. You also could jump online, our website, www.hrrv.org. Another great opportunity to just explore, maybe sort through that website, and feel free to call. I think anytime you wanted to learn more about the service or just have a conversation with someone about that, we are happy to help offer education and support you.
Absolutely. And of course, a perfect opportunity for folks to get acquainted, whether they need hospice services now. Maybe they've never needed it. Maybe they've used it in the past. Maybe they just don't know, because none of us knows what's in the future. A great opportunity will be on October 24th for your open house. Tell us a little bit more about that too.
Absolutely. So join us. You can stop through. Maybe it's just to meet our team, say hello. Again, 2 to 4 in the afternoon. We'll cook up some coffee and have some treats and just be there to offer any more education or information. We'd love to see you.
Fantastic, Karen. Well, we've been so fortunate to have Hospice of the Red River Valley serving Fergus Falls, now with a new office opening on October 24th. And happy to have you as part of the chamber.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Well, we're going to shift gears. We're going to talk with Steve McElmurray. He owns Max Impact Coaching. And when we talk about new businesses, Fergus Falls is really growing. Not only is our population over 14,000, but we have businesses, so many that we've been handing out these first dollar of profits to new businesses, at least one every week. So that's like 50 new businesses in the area a year. And Steve is one of those. And Steve's, you have switched gears from a past career in healthcare and many other things, now into coaching. Tell us a little bit about Max Impact Coaching.
I'm a board certified nurse coach and part of the John Maxwell leadership team. So what we do is a little bit, depending on who we're working with, is a little bit different. So with individuals, a lot of my clients I've worked with have been about health-related issues.
Sure.
Right, but they want something, not medical advice, not that, but coaching about dealing with this new medical problem or navigating. I'm not sure. I've got some different choices to make with medical things. Reversing type 2 diabetes.
Sure.
Different things like that. With organizations, that's mostly leadership focused. Everything rises and falls on leadership.
Right.
And everybody deserves to be led well. So using a lot of different John Maxwell material, Tim Elmore material, Jeff Henderson, other authors. I do lunch and learns, so that's a free service, so 1 hour
Sure.
service, a lunch and learn. Play the leadership game, do speaking, coaching, training about different topics that come up in business. Quiet quitting.
I think there are businesses that people have heard about that, the quiet quitting going on. And, with the workforce challenges right now, those that have staff, people have been fortunate enough to rise through the leadership ranks or maybe move up in their company a lot faster than they thought, because they're really good at what they do, but maybe they don't have those leadership skills, and you can help them with that.
Yeah, in order to be able to lead others, you have to first be able to lead yourself.
Right.
So you have to develop the leader within you before you can develop the leaders around you.
And you'll help folks get those skills to be good leaders, as well as you do the DISC analysis. Let's touch a little bit on that too.
Yeah, the DISC assessment's been, almost 100 years old. And so there's 4 different, people are different, but we're predictably different. And so DISC assesses the way that you or I would address a topic, the way we like to be communicated with, our typical ways of communicating with other people. So the value there is, as we learn how to communicate with each other more effectively, then a lot of the friction and other issues that just kind of pop up in a workspace or other relationships too will go away because we're communicating more effectively. We're connecting when we communicate.
Exactly. And those are great tools for all types of businesses and organizations, especially to know, because we all have different temperaments and different personalities, how we're going to react. Where one person might be very detail oriented, and some of us are a little more fly by the seat of our pants, and it drives the detail-oriented people crazy. So we just need to understand and know these things, as you walk into it. But you can help folks with that. And Steve, if folks want to know more about maybe some leadership training or the DISC assessments or the leadership game, the lunch and learns, your programming, what's the best way for folks to get in touch with you?
I don't have a website yet. It's being built.
You got a webpage on the Chambers, fergusfalls.com, though, so we got that, right?
So that's
you got
coming.
A good start.
That's coming. But my phone number is 715-418-0018.
Perfect. You've got a wealth of experience behind you, especially when it related to healthcare. Congratulations on your new business, and we're excited for all the future that you have in your business, as well as building up our local businesses and organizations and future leaders. So glad to have you on Chamber on the Air.
Thanks for inviting me.
You bet. Well, say, Chuck, we're going to take a little break here, and when we come back, we're going to talk about beer and beans? No, beer and pumpkins? Do beer and pumpkins go together? Okay, we're going to talk. Pat Lundberg with Outstate Brewing is joining us, and Becca Dillon with Mother Goose and Beans will be joining us. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
We have a great need for foster parents in Otter Tail County. It seems that no sooner do I get a home licensed that I'm calling or the workers are calling, and we are placing kids with that family within the next day or within the next week. Well, right now, just Otter Tail County in general, just as an agency, we have probably about 45 homes, of which 10 of those homes are a relative. So we can't even technically, even though kiddos are placed in that home, they aren't available to kids that aren't related to them. So, we really have probably 30 homes that we have an opportunity to place kids with. Well, I think it would be great if we had 75 or even up near that 100. That's really a pipe dream, but 75 would give you an opportunity to be able to not have to worry about where they're located, or it just adds a different level of security for our agency to be able to have a home in Vining or in Perham or in New York Mills, or even the way up at the tippy top of Otter Tail County, which is Sebeka, believe it or not, or even Dalton, or because Otter Tail County is so large. Most of our homes are typically in Fergus Falls here. An ideal candidate can be anybody. You can be single, you can be married, you can be, anyone really. It has no age limits, it has no socioeconomic limits, it has no cultural limits. We would welcome anyone, that wants to apply. So there really is no boundaries around that. Just seeing how a child thrives, in a home where there's love and structure and stability. And I think, personally, I've seen kiddos just flourish in foster care. And it's no fault of their own, it's no fault of their parents' own. They just can't, in that particular situation, just removing them to a safer environment is really all they need to thrive. You just have to keep it in perspective that this is the time when they needed you the most. And if you're only in their lives for a day, for a month, for a year, you made an impact on that child in that amount of time. And so just keeping it in perspective that way, you were what they had to provide love and support and stability. You were there at that moment. And so for me, it's just been very rewarding to see the impact that these foster parents have on kids' lives. I think it's just important for people to know we have such a need for foster parents. But I also want to recognize how important our foster parents that we have are to our agency and to the children in these communities. They put themselves in the front lines and they meet kids where they're at, and they are just, their time and their efforts are invaluable. And so I just can't say enough for those folks and for all that they do, both things that we know and things that we don't know. So I just hope that that is conveyed through this process, that we value our foster parents and we want to enable them to be successful.
I'm Charlie Walklin.
I'm Diane Walklin. We've been married for 26 years.
I manage a farm here in Wadena. Potatoes is all we grow.
We try to get involved with a lot of things in the community.
We do a community dig, we call it. We set aside a couple acres for the community to come out and help with their food supply.
Been helping out with enduro racing.
Older cars that we get together and we race 4 times a year. It's good to get to visit with all the guys.
They enjoy it. Mom doesn't enjoy it quite so much, but it's a long COVID story. Not gonna lie.
It was our busy time of the year. My wife and I had talked about getting the vaccination after harvest. From my understanding, if you were healthy, it wasn't as critical. I didn't expect it to get to where it was. Tested positive October 2nd of 2021. The next day, I believe it was, they flew me to Fargo. A week after that, they ventilated me.
Terrifying. That's about the only thing I can put into words is terrifying. When they said, well, let's shut the machines off, I'm like, no. We started doing all kinds of research, asking questions. I just didn't give up. He was vented for 66 days, spent a total of 122 days up in Fargo. The last thing he told me before they put him on the vent, he said, go get vaccinated. So yeah, I did go get vaccinated. The community really stepped up to support us while we went through this.
It was amazing. Farm was still in good shape when I came back, and they were happy to have me, and I was very happy to be back. I'm not 100% yet. I still have an issue with one of my feet. My breath isn't what it used to be, but much better than it was. Very thankful for that. I made a choice and we dealt with it.
I didn't know how I was going to react to it. I never even got sick off of it. I feel the vaccination for me was critical given his state. Didn't know if I could go in and visit him unless I had my vaccination. I'm glad I did it just so I could be with him.
The best piece of advice is not to give up.
Don't be afraid to speak out. Ask questions.
Awesome. Thanks, Chuck. Well, glad to have you back on the air. You know what? I have the best job in the entire world because at 10:50 in the morning, I'm talking about beer. So it's pretty awesome, I got to say. Well, we are going to talk about some great fall festivals and fun activities. Again, check out the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. You can click on the events calendar link, find out more about all the different events that are going on throughout the community, as well as job postings, and learn so much more about our 350 and growing Chamber member businesses and organizations that are here. And another business owner is joining us today, Becca Dillon with Mother Goose and Beans.
Hello, thanks for having me.
You bet. It is that fall festival harvest.
It's time. It's
corn
here.
maze time of year.
Yeah.
I have already heard some great stories about families feeling like they were going to be like playing the Alone game, like the TV show, or Naked and Afraid, or some of those Survivor games out in the
Through the corn maze?
Through the corn maze.
Where's she going with that? No, we
families
come
have
through,
been lost.
We come through every Thursday. We
Okay,
whoosh
you do
through
it
every
sweet.
Thursday. So grab your bag of kettle corn, go through. You'll be fine.
Exactly. And so there's number one tip. If you head out to the corn maze for Mother Goose and Beans, it's a fantastic corn maze, but grab the kettle corn first.
Yes.
Take it with you. So, so again, this year, Mother Goose and Beans, you've got the corn maze.
Yep.
What are the hours that folks can head out there?
We are open Saturday and Sunday from 10 until 5 p.m., weather permitting,
Right.
through October 23rd.
And when you say weather permitting, a little drizzle?
Little drizzle's fine.
Lightning?
No. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's all right. It basically, if it gets too slick in the corn maze where it is going to be dangerous a little bit for our customers, then we'll post something on social media.
Sure.
And close for the day.
That would be the best thing. And, we should remind folks, too, where you are located at. Now, I think it's easy to find because I kind of drive by there almost every day.
So we are just off of Highway 59 in between Elizabeth and Earhart, Minnesota. Our address is 16607 340th Street. You're going to watch for Bernie the Bailman.
Yeah.
And he will tell you where to turn. And you're going to go about 1.5 miles down a gravel road and just follow the signs.
It's fantastic. So corn maze, folks can pick up their great decorative pumpkins.
Yeah, we've got thousands of pumpkins this year.
Thousands of
The
pumpkins.
colors are so pretty and bright. I just love it.
It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
A great opportunity, too, for folks to take pictures. Maybe you plan ahead for your Christmas cards.
We have
We've
a
got
lot of
some great
photo
setups.
ops. Those are all free. We don't have an admission fee. We added a really cool 1948 Chevy pickup this year, which I think is kind of touches my heart. It's my dad's
it's
old
your
pickup.
dad's.
I love it. Anyway,
Thanks, Mr. Seitzma.
it's a fun place to come out and just make memories.
Absolutely. And as far as the pumpkins go, you have them pre-picked.
We do.
So, which makes it a lot easier, and you
It
can plan
we
accordingly.
think it's important to have a clean, organized business. And we pick the pumpkins during the week, and so that we're all fully stocked, and they're in different categories or families, if you will, when you get in the yard.
Fantastic.
So you grab your wagon and fill it up.
And I think that's one of the nice things too, is that you've got something for all ages. Everything from if they're little ones that maybe don't get the whole corn maze and the trivia and all that kind of stuff in the corn maze, but they have so much fun just wandering through the pumpkins and picking out their special one and things like that.
Yeah, it's a good time for everybody. This year there's a little something different in our corn maze. Instead of the trivia on your phone, we have a crossword puzzle on the back side
very
of the
fun.
maze map, and so there's a little bit of an interaction that can happen that way, and questions that are directed at that younger age.
Very good.
Throughout the corn maze. So
Yeah. And when we talk about something for everyone, we've got a festival coming up too.
We do. I'm excited about it. This Saturday is our second fall festival. We're actually going to have Outstate Brewing.
Yeah,
come
so
and
something for 21 and over.
yes, everybody. We'll have a food truck there. We'll have Outstate Brewing. We'll have free face painting from noon until 5. Thrivent Financial is coming out and doing a pumpkin painting event. We'll have our kettle corn. We will have the corn maze and the pumpkins. We'll have live music all day. Whiskey Business is going to be on the stage for the first set, I think, until 1:30. And then Rachel
Indir or Inar.
Iriano.
Yeah.
Ionaro.
Let's how many-
Ionaro, thank
see
you.
how many ways we can
Yes.
mispronounce it.
She's played at Outstate quite a bit.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Rachel
Yes.
Ionaro. Yep.
She's
She
fantastic.
is wonderful, and she's coming from 2:30 to 5:30 on Saturday.
Fantastic. So great fall festival.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to find out about things that are going on with Mother Goose and Beans is,
I'm going to say Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook or Instagram.
For sure. I
like-
love the updates and
Yep.
different things. And I would imagine there are some other things coming up throughout the year too. So
Or give us a call. It's 218-205-1543. We'd love to have you out. Come out this Saturday, Sunday, before the leaves go away.
yeah, great way to celebrate this fall season. And when we think about fall season, I start thinking about, we've just celebrated Oktoberfest.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What was it? The 24th?
Yeah.
Last weekend? 2 weekends ago.
Time flies
2
when you're
weekends
having
ago.
fun, right?
Indeed. It's crazy. We had a great time.
Pat Lundberg is joining us now with Outstate Brewing and Oktoberfest. The beer is still around.
Oh, absolutely.
Or there is still beer around.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. All
good.
kinds of beer, but especially the Oktoberfest that'll probably be in high season yet through this month, and then it'll start dwindling down in terms of supply.
So get it while it's cold.
Get it while it's cold, not hot. Yeah, get it while it's cold. I appreciate that. And you can find it at your local liquor stores throughout the region, throughout the state, and especially right here in Fergus Falls at our 2 local liquor stores.
And we talked, as we started the show, talking about the beautiful scenery and the leaves changing and how bright they are. And if you haven't been to Outstate Brewing and watched the leaves against the blue sky and the water, the Otter Tail River going by.
And
it
the
is-
bridge and
it's
the
phenomenal.
wildlife. We've got otters, we've got geese, we've got deer. I mean, everything. It's crazy. I mean, we are so blessed to be in the spot we are in. This morning when I walked out front to let my dog go to the bathroom, there was a canoe just paddling by, and they were new to
somebody
town.
on the canoe.
Yes,
Okay,
not just empty. It wasn't just floating down. But no, they were new to town, and they had put in Hannah Park, and they have family who lives in town, but they had gone up the river, under the bridge, up to the kind of the dam, and turned around, and they had a dog inside, and we just struck up a conversation from the bank, and they were down in the canoe, and it was just a great. It's just reminded me of why we're so fortunate to be where we are.
Yeah, so Outstate Brewing, if you can find service food, we're very close to that. And you've got some fall activities coming up as well, too. Let's touch on those.
We sure do. Mother Goose and Beans
Yeah.
this Saturday. I would love to hear the history of the name at some point.
Okay.
Is it a quick one or no?
Yeah, when we started, our twins were a year old, and their nicknames were Goose and Bean.
There it is.
And it's
and
Mother, Goose, and Beans.
Love it.
Fantastic.
I got twins too.
Do you?
It's all these connections.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I know, it's crazy. So that's coming up this weekend. We'll be out there, and it'll be a great time,
Fantastic.
I'm sure. I haven't looked at the weather, but I'm
It's all right.
trusting it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be warmer than tomorrow.
Absolutely. And then we have another on-site event, the 29th of October, where we're just doing our standard Halloween kind of celebration. It's kind of low-key, but it's always a fun time. We have a costume contest and different other things that happen on that evening. So check us out there on the 29th in right downtown at the tap room for Outstate.
Absolutely. Outstate Brewing, lots of great things going on. Again, Chamber website, Facebook are great places to find out what's happening in our community. We could just keep talking. We have so many fun things
Absolutely.
going on in this town, but I guess there's another show that comes on at 11. So with that, I'm going to sign off, Chuck. This has been Chamber on the Air. Again, check out our website at fergusfalls.com. Lisa Workman saying, get engaged, folks, and have some fun in our community and get out and enjoy those leaves. I'm out of here. Have a great day.